Hi guys, it's me Jace, and I'm back with another tutorial, and this time it's for a bracelet called King Tut, created by Loom's Passion. Okay, so this one is a really pretty bracelet, and it makes use of different kinds of colors. You can do different kinds of mixes. It's up to you, but for this one I will be teaching you a beaded one. Okay, so this is the regular King Tut, and I made a version with beautiful beads right there. Whee! So gorgeous. Love that. I love that. And then you have another version, which is bigger beads. Okay. And actually, this design can show you as many beads. And for the first time, I did something like this. I don't know what it's called. Okay. It's a really nice one, and I placed a super large bead in the middle. And these are the biggest beads I used. So you can use as big a beads, no, as many beads and as huge as you want. Just not as big as bells. Okay, so I'm not making sense. Anyway, I'm gonna be teaching you a beaded bracelet. So thank you, Nixter, for helping me get some of these beads. You have so much, I think, already. So I hope you like these. I know Rosie and Nora are gonna go crazy about this. So I'll be teaching you the beaded version, and for the beaded version, we are going to use three colors. I'll be using the glitter pink for the silver. I'll be using the champagne gold for the purple, and for the silver, it's gonna be my inner bands, which you don't see here anyway, so it's not that important. And for my beads, I have special beads coming from my favorite sponsor, doreenbeads.com, or Doreen Beads on Instagram. If you want to find their beads, they're at www.doreenbeads.com. It's super beautiful beads. Okay, these are the glass, randomly flower patterned uh, crystal loose beads. Okay, glass loose beads. Very, very beautiful. And I am really recommending it. These are very heavy. Okay, so those are from doreenbeads.com. And for those who want to order, the site is going to be there for a long time on my screen. Okay, so let's start. For the first, we create a cap band, and then after the cap band, you get the first band. Place your cap band on it, and then reclaim one of the cap bands, the first one, and then you hold it down just like that. The first is you place two bands, two per side, left and right, like this. Okay, those will be followed by two champagne golds on each side, and one center band, which is the beaded band, just like that. For those who don't want to bead, you can just not put the bead. Okay, so the first step is to place these two pinks. So you get your first pink, and then you unloop the first two and reclaim the first one, and then you close. And then you get the next pink, unloop the first two, and then you reclaim the first one and close again. Okay, you can continue on with this one already, so that you just work on one side. So you get your champagne gold, add the first one, and loop the first two, and then close. And then you get the second gold, and then it's going to be slightly different. You will unloop 1, 2, 4, and 5. You will skip number 3. 1, 2, 4, and 5. Okay, so unloop number 1, number 2. Skip number 3 and unloop number 4 and number 5. And then you close. Ta-da! That's one side. Go to the other side. Pushy pushy. Remove the first band and reclaim the cap band under. And then you just hold on to it. And then you add the first two. Loop the two, reclaim the first one. Add the second pink. Unloop the two and reclaim the first one again. And close. And now we add the two golds. So you get the first gold, unloop the two, reclaim the first one and close, and the second gold, unloop 1, 2, 4, and 5. 1, 2, skip number 3, unloop number 4, and number 5. And then place back the first one and close. That's it. See how easy that is? And now you add your beaded band. So for those who don't like beads, you can just place your silver band under the 6. That's it. And you leave all of 6 bands under. Okay, so I will get my beaded band now. This is from doreenbeads.com. Super beautiful beads. So you get the silver band under these 3 and also under the 3 on the other side. So you do one side first. You place the 3 bands on top of that silver, and then you get that silver. Let me just get hold of it. Okay, get that silver together with that first band. You remove it from the hook. Remove everything. So remove, and then you catch the other side and also unloop the next 3 like that. And then you will not reclaim, but put back the other 2. So that's how it looks. Very, very simple. Okay, this is going to be a bag charm later on. Haha. Okay, so now you go back to step 1. The only difference is here. So you get the first 2 pinks again. So I'll get my first one. Unloop these first 2, but remember, you will only reclaim this silver from this arrangement. So which means you will unloop the silver and the gold, but then you will reclaim the silver by going on top of that gold. Okay, on top of that gold, and then reclaim the silver. Okay, and then close. So it looks like that. Then you get the next pink, unloop these 2, and only reclaim the first one, which is the pink. You will now go to the 2 golds, unloop the first 2, and reclaim the first one again, just like when we began, and get the last gold. This is again the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, and 5. So 1 and 2, skip number 3, and unloop number 4 and number 5, and then you close. Okay, and then you go and flip it. Work on the other side. Get the first pink, unloop these 2 again, and then you will reclaim the silver from on top of the gold. Go on top of the gold. On top of the gold, get that silver, and then you close. Then get the next pink, unloop the 2 again, reclaim the first band and close, and then now time for the gold. Unloop the first 2, reclaim the first one, and then close. Get the second gold, unloop 1, 2, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 4, and 5. And then reclaim the first one and close. Ta-da! See? Looks so pretty. Okay, so now we add the second beaded band under the 6 again. So you get your beaded band. Second, it's the pink. Okay, get the second one and place it under the 3 bands like so. Oopsie daisy. Okay, and then get that other one. So you remove the silver. Oops, it's slipping away. Ah! Okay, this is hard. It's so hard because the bead is big, but we can manage. We can do this. Wait 1 second. You're embarrassing me. Bead, come on, bead. Bead it. Okay, so there. Then get that third one in there. You just have to be patient, guys. Okay, I'm sure you can do this. This is such a challenge. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it this way. There's also a way to do it here, but it's kind of hard because it gets the band really stretched. So you remove the first one with this, and then you catch this. And then you will just loop these three even on top of the, the bead like this. So stretch the band though. So there, one. And then get the second one, which will also stretch it right like that. Two. And get the third one to stretch all over there, which makes it like that. And then you get the next side. You can try it that way. Let's see if you can still get your bands organized. But sometimes I'm very beery. I'm very worried because it tends to stretch the band, and I don't want the band to be stretched too much. But if you can manage it, it's up to you. There are different techniques. So now, let's back together again like that. Okay. Sorry, the camera. By the way, I changed my camera. It's because I'm having issues with my phone. The memory has run low for some reason, and I don't know how to solve it unless I get a new phone. And iPhones are so expensive. Yeah, it's so sad. Anyway, we go back to the pink and unloop these two. Reclaim the silver again. Just go on top of the gold and reclaim that silver. Then get the next pink. And loop these two. And just reclaim the very first one. And close. And then you get your gold. Two golds. And loop the first two and reclaim the first one. And for the second gold, unloop 1, 2, 4, and 5. 4 and 5. And then close. Then you go to the other side. Ta-da! So you get your pink again. And loop the first two. Reclaim the silver. Close. And then get the second one. Unloop those two. And reclaim the first one only. And then get your two champagne golds again. Unloop the first two. And reclaim the first one only. And lastly, get your other gold. Unloop 1, 2, 4, and 5. Skip number 3. This is 4 and 5. 4 and 5. And reclaim the first one and close. And that's how it looks now. We now add the third beaded band. Okay, so your third beaded band is this one. So you get those two again. Let's try this a second time. Get it on top of those two. Get the two on top of that silver. It's getting really difficult because it's big. This is the first time I'm using this big beads. Okay, then the third one should go over. Oh dear. There you go. Whew. That's an ordeal. So we get those two. You can see my struggle, right? Remove those. Gosh. What did I get myself into? So there. And then you get the three again on top. 1, 2, and 3. And close from the very start. Silver and the gold. There you go. Okay. Then you get your two pinks again. And loop these two. And once again you bring the gold on top of that silver and reclaim the silver. Just like so. And then you undo the next two again and reclaim the first one and you close. And then you get the two golds. And loop the first two and reclaim the first one. And then you go and loop the first two again. Oh no, wait. Unloop, yeah, unloop 1, 2, 4, and 5. There you go. Now we can go. Now we can go to the other side. So you unloop the first two. Get the gold on top of the silver, and then you close, and then you unloop the first two again, and then you reclaim the first one and close. Then you go to your gold, unloop the first two, reclaim the first one and close, and lastly another gold, reclaim, unloop 1, 2, 4, and 5. Reclaim the first one and close. Ta-da! This is so easy, right? Sorry if I'm moving out of the camera range. I'm kind of having a hard time with the tripod in front of my face again. Oh, the challenges of filming for the sake of the art of blooming. This is just me trying to untwist some of the bands. I'm sorry. Oops. Stay there. Okay. I tend to really organize while I make. This is a very bad habit. Okay. Because it distracts you from watching me. Sorry. Okay, go. So, we are going to add the fourth beaded band. Okay. So you get these three on top of that silver band. And just pull it from under. Okay. That was the rougher way to do it. Just pulling it. And then you go and remove the first three and catch this one band again. Oops, it's twisted. There you go. And you undo the three. And then you close. Okay, now you go to the pink again. The first two, unloop the two, and then you get that gold on top of the silver, and then you close, then get the second one, unloop the first two, and close. Then you get the gold, unloop the first two, pick up the gold again, and then you get your last gold, and you unloop the 1, 2, 4, and 5. I'm going faster because I think that you get it already, because it's so easy. Seriously, I really think it's very easy to make. Guys, you can have a blast with this. Look at how pretty those beads are. Thank you, Doreen Beads. DoreenBeads.com. Okay, go to their site. They have fantastic beads. So get your first two pinks again, and loop these two, and with the gold, and then you get silver from under, and then you get the next pink, loop the first two, reclaim the first one and close, and then you get the second, the third, well, the first gold, unloop the first two, reclaim the first one and close, and the last gold, 1, 2, 4, and 5. Then you close, and we are finally going to add the last beaded band. Okay, so I'm just doing 5. I think 5 would be enough for a beautiful brag charm, and you can make this as long as you want. If you want it as a bracelet, it's up to you. Okay, so get the last one, place it on top of there, and get those 3 bands on top. It's not very difficult really. Just get it there and pull the silver with the first gold and remove it, and then catch the other side. Now you can unloop these 3 and close with the knot 2. There. So, as we are almost going to end, you get your 2 pinks again, unloop the first 2, claim the silver, close, and get the second pink, unloop and reclaim the silver again. Then what I do, since we are almost done really, is to just go to the other side. This is how you close it. You don't add more golds, you just close it with that. So unloop these 2, and then you pick up the silver and close, again get the second pink, and loop these 2, reclaim the first one and close. Okay, You've basically done it, and that is the end of your bracelet. So when you're done, all you have to do is just get another pink one and place all of those bands on it. And then you will reclaim the third one, that is the third and the sixth. Okay, so these two, this one, why? Because they're the most loose of all the bands, and this other one right here. Okay, and then you close, and you're ready to place your lock on it. Okay, so I hope that it wasn't so difficult to watch, since I was moving around and then adjusting to my camera again. Oh, memory, camera memory. Okay, so that's your beautiful King Tut bag charm. Later you'll see the finished product. And for the bracelet, I have 4 different types right here. Okay, so this is the regular King Tut. You don't need to bead if you don't want to, but here's how they look with different kinds of ideas. And here's a 5th one that won't fit into the screen anymore. Let me zoom out. Maybe we can. Oh, that's the most zoomed out it is. So there, these are the King Tut bracelets created by the fantastic Looms Passion, Nora and Rose. Okay, and when you make the bracelet, please don't forget to hashtag Jace Alvarez, King Tut bracelet, and Looms Passion. Okay, and thank you so much, Doreen Beads, for the beads. Visit them at www.therainbeads.com. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.